Hello and welcome to tonight's video. Now, as you join me here tonight, it is getting on for 2 AM, between 1:30 AM and 2 AM I think. It's so dark down here I can't even see on my watch. But I'm basically next to the River Don, and I'm on this new walkway a bit. I don't know how long it's been here, but I don't think it's been here that long. I'm sure it wasn't here the last time I was down in this area, but that was a while ago, last summer or the summer before, I forget now. I'm sure it wasn't here, and they've replaced the bridge just along from here as well. It looks much better now, because the other bridge was falling to bits, and it was dangerous, you know. Could have had people falling in the River Don and stuff, through the holes in it off the side or something. It was pretty bad. I think they had closed it off for the longest time as far as I remember. Anyway, I'm going to have a look down here because there's some interesting... It's an interesting location. A lot of it looks like swampland, like something out of Southern Comfort or something. You know, that film with Keith Carradine and what's his name again? Him that passed away not long ago. I forgot his name. Damn. Fred Ward. Yeah, Fred Ward and Wings House. Was it Wings House? Not Wings House. I forget the other guy's name. Peter Coyote was in it. It's about a group of Louisiana guards down in the swamps in where the Cajun community is. Very good film, directed by Walter Hill. Anyway, enough about that. Just some of this area down here reminded me of in that film a little bit. The wind keeps picking up, unfortunately, and it's supposed to be going to rain soon, so I might have to, if it starts raining, I'll have to abandon the video because my light isn't water resistant. My camera is, but my light isn't. My extra light, that is. So anyway, the wind's picking up again, so I apologise for the sound. If you can't hear us very well, I'll try and talk as loud as I can without drawing attention to myself if there's anyone around here. Anyway, let's have a look around then. So here is, excuse me, I got a bit of a dodgy throat. Here is the new walkway. I say new, it's probably been here a while, but it's not like dead new, and I don't think it's dead old. It's fairly new, put it that way. And through here, it does look a bit like a swamp, because this bit gets flooded, I think, and all the water goes down here and along below the walkway, pretty much, I think. Now it is pretty damn spooky down here because you can't see anything. It's dark as I don't know what. Dark as ditch water, shall we say. And I've got an elastic band across the screen on the camera. It's kind of obscuring my view on the camera screen a bit, unfortunately. I've got to have that on there because it's holding the camera onto the bracket, which is attached to my extra light, my IR illuminator. And up this bank here, by the way, just beyond these bushes and trees, is the Hill Park pigeon coops, I think they're called. I don't know if that's the correct name for them, but the racing pigeons up there, I think, in special, like specially built homes for them with all the racing pigeons in. I don't know what they call them. Coops, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they've got another name. If anyone's watching this, do you know the correct name for those wooden hut things that the pigeons are in? Some interesting looking trees down here, I'll tell you that much. I've got my bike with us, obviously, which is over here. I'm going to have to push it along and use just one hand on the camera because I can't leave my bike there. I'm not DJ Audits. He just seems to leave his electric bike all over the shop. Doesn't look like he locks it up, but I'm not sure if he does or he doesn't, but he just seems to lean it up against lampposts and leaves it there and walks off from it, you know. And up there is Hill Park Estate. And just a bit further along around the corner is Jarrow Cemetery. And there's some noises here, but I think that's something's rattling in the wind here. But stuck, actually. I've got to turn my bike around. Actually, forget that idea, I'll go along here. It's easier to go forward than backwards. That's for sure. They've done a good job on this walkway though, do you not think? For this fence and the wooden planks, like panels, whatever you call them. Strips of wood across the floor here. You have to watch when you're riding on it though, you could fall over the side. Something's touching my shoulder, what's that? I think it's a tree branch. At least I hope it's a tree branch, I don't know. Right. Now, there's lots of wildlife down here because just across this River Don, a bit further along on the other side, is a little farm place, and there's some ponds on the river with ducks in it. And also, just up from where the farm is the Primrose Hospice. I'm pretty sure most of you will know what a hospice is, but just in case there's anyone who doesn't know, it's like a hospital type place. Sort of a care home type place for people who sadly have got some like fatal conditions, illnesses, and they're not going to recover, so they keep them in there. So yeah, I think it's still open, that place. I've never been in it, but I've seen it from the front on the street a few times. So this bit does look like a swamp, do you not think? Some very peculiar shaped trees down here, all bendy and all that stuff, you know? Not the usual, like, common shape type thing. And there's only a couple of seats or so down here. I'll have to sit down in a minute, actually. But the problem is they haven't got backs on the seats. And I like seats with backs on them. Because the ones without a back on them are not the most comfortable for me, or anyone, I would say. What's over there? I can't even see, it's that dark. This is a big open area here, as you can probably see. Now when it rains a lot, this will be like a lake here, and the ducks are probably swimming right up to this walkway here, and you probably feed them whatever you feed them. I don't know if they eat bread, or yes. I don't think you're supposed to give them bread, are you? I don't think. The ducks. Don't think there's any long here. They're probably all asleep at this time of night, I should imagine. Now, looking on, as you're watching this video here, you might think it isn't that dark, but I can assure you it is extremely dark. I literally can hardly see anything at all without looking at the camera screen, and I'm not using a torch either. So I have to watch I don't trip up and fall flat on my face. And just see the top of the pigeon coops up there. Well, I don't know if they're showing up on the camera here, but just coming up to the bridge here, the new bridge, the replacement bridge. I came down here a long time ago, a few times on my bike. Similar time of night, around 12, 1 o'clock, something like that, at night. And I used to sit on the around the corner at the other side of the bridge. But back then I didn't have very good night vision. I was using a little pocket camcorder. It was red, and my dad adapted it so it could see infrared light. The only trouble was when you had to take the IR cut filter out of the camera inside. And the problem with that is it also picks up ultraviolet light, which means you get a purplish looking image, like purple tint, because when you get night vision cameras like this, they have other filters in to filter out the UV light, so they make it black and white to hide it and stuff, like this one. And the Sony ones tend to be either green or blue tinted, so they also filter out the UV light, or the colour of it. So it's very loud, this water, because it's been raining a bit, I think, recently. I think today actually. Try and get through this gap in there. You have to go through this metal turnstile here. It's a bit difficult when you've got a bike and a camera in your hand. Let's hope I don't have an emergency to get, because I'm having trouble getting through now and I'm in an emergency. Let's see. It's stuck. That's it. Right, I think I'm just about through. Oh, I've just whacked myself in the leg with the pedal again. I'm always doing that. Fee, fi, fo, thumb. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Yes, it's me just walking across the bridge. No need to get alarmed or anything. Hang on, I'll check behind us and see no one's following us. Doesn't seem to be. Not that I can see anyway. Could be hiding around the corner. Who knows? I had a few close shaves down here in the past. I was standing at the end of the bridge down this end, and I heard a gang of lads coming down. So needless to say, I was on my bike faster than the Flash, basically. So yeah, just in case. Oh, I thought there was somebody over there, but there's nobody there. I don't think. I'm gonna be sure. It's too noisy. I can hear for the water. If there's anyone coming down, what's the trouble being on here? I don't think it's always this loud on this bridge with the water. Sounds like Niagara Falls at the minute. So another thing, oh, I can see a van up there. Didn't see that before. When you're looking at the camera screen, I mentioned this before, when you're looking at a night vision screen or any sort of screen in the dark, the screen's bright and the outside the screen's obviously pitch black, so it makes you more blind to the darkness because you're looking at a bright image on the screen. And keep hearing noises behind us, and it makes you more blind. You can't hardly see a thing, you know. So I'll wait here a minute because it's good on this bridge. It's a neat bridge. There's another bridge further along there, but it's nowhere near as good as this one. So it's only a small bridge, and it's lower down to more closer to the stream, you know, more down to the stream sort of level. This one's higher up. Yeah, I see there's a seat just round the corner. I think I can see it. I'm not sure. It's so dark. I just wish it had a back on it. That's all. I'll see if I can show you down here in the water. There you go. Keep checking behind us here. Now if somebody does come down here, passing through or whatever, I don't know whether to get out of here faster or just hold my ground, because a lot of people are friendly, you know, around here, but the trouble is quite a few of them aren't. As I found out the hard way in the past, you know. So I don't know, might be wise just to ride away, out the way until they've gone or something, you know. Actually I can't tell, but the wind doesn't seem too bad at the minute. The only reason I'm concerned about the wind is for the sound on the audio here on my video. And here is the seat. Here is the seat. I might have a sit down. I'm going down a little bank here. It might be wet though, I don't know. Anyway, I'll sit on it anyway. And the stream's over there now. Oh, that's it. I am down. I'm now officially sitting on the seat. And by the way, I just passed a load of frogs. They're further along though, they're not down this end. They're all over the path back where I came from, because I came down from Jarrow town centre. Down the bank where the police station used to be at the top. Went down that bank there and came in the entrance at the bottom of the bank into here. And just as you come in, about like, I don't know, like 30 foot in, there's like frogs all over the place, all over this path. And I nearly ran them over the other night. I came down here the other night. I was going to shoot the video then, but I didn't because it was raining started to rain on and off, you know. I didn't want to get my light wet, so it didn't work anymore, because it's got exposed sockets where you charge it and all that. They're not covered up, and the switch is not covered either. It's not sealed in. So basically I didn't shoot the video the other night, as I wasn't even sure I was going to shoot it tonight, to be honest with you, because of the wind, and it's going to rain soon again tonight. So, but it's held off so far, so I'm down here because this is an excellent spot. If you've got a new night vision camera or a new night vision light to go with it, this is an excellent spot to test it. I've tested it around a few places lately, but this particular spot is pitch black. Like, seriously, there's no lights at all. The only light down here is coming off what little light there is from the sky, and it's very cloudy at the minute as well, so there's not a whole lot of light at all coming off the sky, basically, you know. Yeah, like I was saying the other night when I came down that bank, I didn't expect the frogs to be there. There's some really big ones as well, some little ones and some big ones. And what happened was, I turned my light up brighter so I could see where I was going in case there was anything on the path, and all of a sudden I just saw the frog and I nearly hit it. I had to slam the brakes on. I went skidding down the path. I just missed the frog by like a foot and a half, basically. The frog nearly shit himself. Not that you could tell, but he just looked, you know, frogs that just sit there, like, just not moving most of the time. They just sit there staring at you. Some of them turn around and do a few little maneuvers, but most of them just sit there statically, you know. They're just not even moving. It's like they're having a game of musical chairs, only they don't try to get on the chair when the music starts again, type of thing, you know. But the wind's picking up again, I think. So anyway, that was lucky I didn't accidentally run over a frog or two then. That's for sure. Because that I would not feel good about running anything over it, especially not a frog. There's something like reflecting on me right outside. I can see something like moving on me IR enhancer light. It's not happening now. Oh, it's something's reflecting off it. That's weird. I never noticed that before. Must be something behind us. The lights through there's some really long grass behind us or something, and it's like the light shining through it onto the reflector on the front of my light. It's like a diffuser on the front, and it's causing some weird like effects on my light. It looks very creepy looking. Yeah, the wind's picking up. The wind's definitely picking up. Some quite tall trees here, actually. Some of them have got some leaves on and most of them haven't. Hope you can hear us for the wind here, because it is picking up a bit in a minute. I might try to walk down where the farm is. You can walk along with us if you want, unless there's somebody down here, and then I'll be swiftly wrapping up the video for the minute. Probably, I don't know. I once bumped into a policeman down here years ago, and I bumped into one the other night as well. I mentioned this on another video, which I don't, well, at this point I probably may or may not have uploaded that one yet. Okay, so I've just arrived at where the farm area is. I forgot what it's called now. Something Lua something farmers, I can't remember. And what was the names of places? I should have looked it up before I came out. And here's some ducks. But it's getting a bit windier down here, it's more open. I think I'm the only one down here, but I did hear a strange noise up there in the field. It's probably animals or something, I'm not sure. I think there's some, maybe goats or something, I'm not sure. Oh, I'm in some mud here on the path, bloody hell. It's very muddy down here, very muddy. I mean, look at the mud in front of the seat here. It's like, seriously like a quagmire. Nice trees here. Bins even rattling in the wind. Yeah, the ducks. I thought the ducks would have been asleep at this time of night, like. But obviously not. Probably heard me or something, I don't know. Probably think, who the hell is that over there? be straight up there. I think that building, you probably can't see it on here, but there's a building at the top. That might be it, but I'm not sure. I think it was next to the bungalow, so that might be it. It's very, very muddy and puddly over that fence as well. I didn't think it would be so muddy on this path down here, jeez. I don't think I'm going to go any further along here, it's too muddy like. I think I'll head back the other way. Plus I'm going against the wind. So it's going to hit the mic more. And that's not going to be a good thing, is it? Ooh, there's a pipe down here. I bet a few rats coming in out of there. That's for sure. See the pipe? I saw a rat crossing Campbell Park Road the other night. He ran out in front of us on the bike. He was terrified, he was. He jumped in the bushes. He jumped, hid for cover. Saw a bird up there. Yeah, some birds getting spooked in the trees, probably because of me talking. I forgot I've got my bike laying on. Hang on. Hit it off. Now I can't see a thing. I cannot see a thing. Yeah, it's definitely much darker since I turned that on. It's very, very muddy. I have to wipe my feet on the grass or something. Seriously. I get a bird's eye view. I'm lifting the camera up as high as I can get it. See over there. Speaking of which, about bird's eye views, I've just ordered 2 drones with cameras on. I watched lots of reviews about these particular ones I've ordered. And the trouble is, I'm about, well, first, I'm not sure if I'll even get them off the ground, because I know I've flown a drone before. And also, if I do get them off the ground, I'm not going to fly both at the same time, don't get us wrong. I'm also concerned about the fact that you could hit something, you know, and then you've got a ton of money just goes straight down the drain. That's always been my biggest fear about the possibility of getting a drone, you know, because they've got cameras on and stuff as well. Oh my god, I can't believe how muddy it is down here. Some steps here as well. Get out of this mud. Yeah, I shouldn't have come along here, it's too muddy. This bit is. How am I going? I've lost where the path is. I've lost where the bloody path is. I sound like an Australian, they say bloody as well, don't they? Because I was watching a film the other night called Roadkill. It's also called Road Train. It's got 2 names. 2 titles. Australian it was. They're going, are you bloody serious? And stuff. All the time. Is he driving the bloody truck? And stuff like that, you know. It's a bit like Duel in places. About this truck with a lunatic driver that's sort of chasing them and tries to run them off the road. It's pretty good, but it's got horrible reviews. Well, I'm going to go back up there for a bit because I need to sit down again, and there's no seat here apart from that really muddy one, but I don't want to like sit in the mud or with my feet in the mud if I can help it, you know what I mean? So yeah. It's quite a good area down here, I think, especially at night. But I'm going to have to go and have a sit down, so I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so I've come back along here to have another sit down on this seat away from the mud. It's pretty quiet down here at the minute. I must admit the wind's not too bad at this second. But it's still, the water's making quite a bit of noise, because I guess the stream's a little bit flooded, like I said earlier. I was going to phone the crisis team tonight from outside here somewhere, not here, because this is not exactly the safest of spots. By the way, this is known as Primrose Nature Reserve, this area here, because like I say, there's lots of wildlife down here, you know, ducks and frogs. I don't know if they released the frogs down here, you know, or they're just here naturally, they're just they're just here anyway, you know, or some, like, people put them here. I'm not quite sure about that. Don't really know. But what I do know is there's quite a few of them. And there's none down this side, like I say, I didn't see any along there. But there's loads along the other end, near the Jarrow Cemetery end. Loads of them. I don't know if they're there during the day. Probably not, but they're definitely here at night time. Especially when it gets a little bit milder, because it's not like icy cold at the minute. It's still a little bit cold, but it's a bit milder than it has been. So maybe that's why they're all out. That may be one of the reasons. Yeah. I was talking to some of them, by the way. They weren't really responding or anything. And some of them ducked down like this when I shone my bike light on them. I don't think they like the bright light. As you can imagine. I should have, for next time I'll buy a few pairs of little frog-sized sunglasses off eBay. And I'll see if they want some, you know, put them on. Frogs. So if you come down here one night, one evening, and you see some frogs all wearing sunglasses, you'll know why. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not really good for them, the bright light in their eyes, but I was trying to get a good look at them. But having said that, if you watch any of David Attenborough's wildlife documentaries, they use way brighter lights than me on all the wildlife, frogs and all sorts, up close, so they can light them up for the cameras, you know. So it mustn't really harm them. It might hurt their eyes a bit, but you've got to light them up to be able to see them, you know. And I haven't got the right camera to get them on camera really, because this camera's for more distance type shots. It hasn't got a macro lens, it doesn't focus up close, so wouldn't be any good for the frogs unless you look at them on a long shot, which wouldn't be the best, I don't think. Anyway, I'm not in a good state to go back along there at this point. I think I'm going to be heading back home in a minute. What I might do is I might join you again when I reach Monkton Village. Ooh, there's a duck flying past. A few of them. Can you hear them? Loads of ducks flying over. Yeah. I forgot they could fly. Because 3 of them just flew across, I think. I think I saw 3 of them at the sky there. Anyway, as I was saying, the next time you see us on here, I should be at Monkton Village next to the monument. Because they've put a nice seat in there, a nice big wooden seat. So now Monkton Village doesn't have just one seat, because I made a video on my channel here a while ago, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, about the only seat in Monkton Village. Well, now there's not just one, there's 2. So one's next to the monument. I did mention that to them about putting a seat there in one of the groups, but I think they're already planning on it. But the seat has finally arrived. It's been there a while actually, I forgot to mention it. So hopefully, unless I'm in too bad a shape to do the rest of the video tonight, I'll catch you on the seat. Okay, so I'll be with you in a second. I've got to walk up some steep banks now, because there's no way I'm riding up them flipping banks out of this place. It's down in a bloody valley, like, you know what I mean? It knackers you out riding up there, especially this time of night, I tell you. So I'll be back with you in an instant. Okay, I told a slight lie. I've just stopped off here in Valley View Park for a few minutes to sit down here on this seat that does have a back on it. So I'm sitting on the seat right now, and this is my view from the seat. Behind us there's a little hut where I guess the people who clean up the park have their sort of meet-up place, or their base camp, or whatever you call it, inside that little building there, apparently. I think it's Primrose Parks Community, or whatever it's called, something like that. I used to be in the group, but I left the group. It wasn't really my cup of tea, to be honest. I always find a lot of these groups on Facebook are not that friendly for the most part, or I just have nothing much in common with the people in there, pretty much, unfortunately. I'm just sitting facing the dilapidated bowling greens here. The grass is all overgrown and everything on these bowling greens, unfortunately. There's some quite tall trees in here actually. I was wanting to do a proper full video in some parts of this park down next to the stream, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm absolutely dilapidated here. Say that much. And it's still a bit windy as well up here. Right, well, hang on a second. Have a look along this way. There's another couple of seats along there, I think. Yeah, 2 seats along there. facing the bowling greens. I wonder what they're going to do with these bowling greens actually, because they don't get used anymore and the grass isn't short enough to roll anything on them, which is unfortunate. And you see some of the clouds up there. A bit cloudy the night. Actually there's a few big gaps in the clouds tonight actually. It was supposed to rain, but it seems to be clearing now, the sky a bit. Right, so I am going to be heading up to the Moncton village just for the last few minutes of the video here. I'll show you that new seat up there. It's a wooden seat, it's not a metal one like this one. This one's made of metal. Still a decent seat though, this. I must admit it's quite comfortable actually. Bar having a few cushions on it. That would make it a little bit better obviously, but you can't leave cushions out in this weather. They get ruined with the weather and the rain, and plus people would try and steal them or vandalise them. Obviously. Need I say more? So, I'll see you once again up in Moncton village in 1 second. Okay. I'm not in Moncton village, but what happened was I was going up next to Valley View Park here, and I looked across the road at Valley View School where the back gate is, and normally it's locked. I think it is. Anyway, I just looked on the gate and it says the gates are locked every night at 5:30, but they must have left them open by accident or something. I'm not going to go right in, but at one time you could just walk through the grounds of this place, but not these days. But I used to go to this school many years ago. There used to be a guy called Mr. Cummins. He was the headmaster, and he used to show films on 16mm in the hall, in the main hall. Then he had a film club running. I might have mentioned this before in one of my videos, but he once showed, I think it was a film called Kingdom of the Ants or something, and there was a scene where there was a woman running around topless, and I didn't see the film, but I heard the ones that went to see it the next day saying that Mr. Cummins put his hand in front of the lens of the projector to cover up the scene where the woman was running around topless. They must have saw a bit of it, because how would they know she was running around topless in the first place? He mustn't have got his hand in front quite quick enough. Anyway, I'll just show you in here from where I'm standing. I'm just inside the back gate, so I'm not in the security cameras on us right now, so, but who cares, I'm just having a look. Right, so here we are. I think this is behind where the main hall is. When I used to go there, it hasn't changed too much, I don't think. And the security camera right in front here. It's probably got night vision on. I can't quite tell. If it is, it's invisible night vision. It's not the glowing red type that I'm using right now. Down there, that end of the building, was Mrs. Drayton used to have a class right at the very end of the building. I forget which class it was, maybe maths or something. Or was it? I don't know, I can't remember what lesson it was, what class. But well, a lot of bad stuff took place in this building. I dare say it still does. Might not be as bad as it used to be though. But yeah, they've hardly changed any of this much, maybe little bits, but I wouldn't mind having a look at all of it, but I'm not going to do that this time anyway, plus the police will probably come out, because I'm technically sort of semi-trespassing because I'm just inside the gate, but I've got an implied right of access because the gate was open. It doesn't say anything about not going in or anything, it just says that the gates are normally locked at 5:30 PM every night, but they must have forgot or something. I don't know what's happened. So I'm not going to chance going right round, so I need to get back home. But this is the building. The windows look the same with them sun symbols on the top there, to what they used to be back in the, I guess, was it the 70s or the 80s? It was probably the late 70s, I forget now. Something like that anyway. So here we have it, the back of Valley View School, here in Primrose, next to Valley View Park. I'm just going to turn around here, I'll try to, and make my way out. I'll show you the sign on the way out. Right. So it goes between the houses here, the back gate, you go between the houses to get in. I'm not sure if this is where they go in or come out, but the school children, I don't know, because we used to go in through the front gate. don't know if you can see the sign on the night vision, but it says, "Please note, these gates are locked at 5:30 p.m. It doesn't say every night, I must have just added that bit. It says many thanks. But as you can see, that gate's locked, but this one where the cars go through is wide open. So that's weird, isn't it? Very strange. Anyway, I'll now head up to Monkton Village then. Like I say, I would have liked to have had a look around in here properly, but because I used to go here years ago. Anyway, maybe another time if they're ever open again, I'll chance it when I'm less knackered and stuff. Okay, so I finally reached Monkton Village here, and I'm now sitting on this new seat I was telling you about. If any of you live around here, either in the village or nearby, you probably already know about this seat all too well. Yeah, so I must admit I was not expecting to find the back gate to Valley View Park open. That was strange. It's Thursday night, the time is approximately 22 minutes past 3 AM. I think there's a car coming at this time, is there? I can hear something. Some street lights in this village, obviously. It's not pitch black, so I don't need to use my extra eye or illuminator for this. I don't need to use that on myself anyway, but if I point it anywhere else, usually I use it unless there's some other forms of lighting, like street lights or other lighting around, you know. So yeah, I'm going to be pretty much ending the video here, but before I go, I'll just show you where I am in regards to Monkton Village. So across the road is Monkton Farmhouse. Pretty much all these houses, most of them in this village used to be farmhouses, I believe. So right here is the monument. As you can see, it'll look better with me light on, maybe? I don't know. I can get it on with me like glove. Yeah, it's a bit better. Looks a bit like an obelisk from this angle, but I can assure you it's not an obelisk. It's got a cross on the top, and it's got this metal fence around it. It's probably, most of you are already quite familiar with that. Usually has poppies everywhere, but they're not here at the minute. But there is daffodils everywhere, because it's pretty much spring now apparently, and it's going to be Easter soon. Not that I'm bothered in the least about Easter or any other holiday for that matter. So, and up here, I meant to get it on camera when it was Christmas. There was a huge Christmas tree here, just next to this wall thing with the plants in it. Just behind it, it was, I believe, the Christmas tree, or next to it. Yeah, it looked pretty good. But then again, I don't do Christmas, but I had thought of doing a video of all the Christmas decorations around here. Oh, quite a few of them, but I didn't get around to it, unfortunately. Yeah, and this tree here must be ancient. It's probably seen a lot of things over it in its years, over the years, you know. You can tell it's quite old. It's all twisty and, you know, like one of them ones you find in old cemeteries and stuff, you know. And it's got all the daffodils around it at the bottom of the tree there. You should be able to see. And this seat is quite a big seat. So it's quite comfortable as well. Maybe the one in the park was a little bit more comfortable, but this one's still pretty damn good. So yeah, I'm glad there's a seat here, because sometimes when I've been riding around for a bit I need to sit down before I go back home, you know. Like now, for instance, I've had about, I don't know, 4 or 5 sit downs tonight, or was it something like that anyway. I didn't count them properly. And in there is the Barnes estate just around that corner. I once went in there during the day recording, and a woman come out one of the doors down that street and says, "Are you taking photographs?" I says, "No, I'm shooting a video for YouTube," and she just looked at us, giving us a filthy look, and then she didn't say anything else, so I just left. Yeah, that's northern hospitality for you. So I didn't get her on camera anyway, she was miles off. Down the street, she was yelling down the street basically. Right then. Okay then, so if you have enjoyed any of tonight's video here with me, could you please, as usual, give us a little thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate that. That would be great, because it helps the algorithms apparently, and you know, it helps your videos do a little bit better, because I don't think mine do that great, to be honest, but Not that I'm that fussed. I don't care about, like, I'm not trying to make money on here or anything. I've been on here over 10 years, for God's sakes. I haven't made a penny. You know what I mean? So I just like making the videos here and there, you know. In between me many health problems and stuff. Do them when I can, like I say. Like I said earlier, I was planning on phoning the crisis team. It's a bit late. I might be too tired, but I might have to. I don't know. I might. It's not. The crisis team these days is not great. It's not even that good. But where else is there to speak to? You know, there's nothing else really. There's another one called. Well, I believe there's one called Mental Health Matters, and that's even worse than the crisis team. They only speak to you for like 15 minutes tops or something like that. No more, no less. Anyway, enough about that. So if you have enjoyed any of this video and you want to see some more from me at some point, don't forget, first of all, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see any more content from me. And I'll see you next time. So I'm going to go off and get something to eat now, and then it's eventually I'll be off to bed at some point. See how that goes. Okay, so thanks very much, and bye for now. Ta-ra now.